Before there was sky, before there was earth, and long before the mighty Olympians ruled from the highest peak, there was only the void. From that emptiness chaos sprang the first beings, the protogenoi. Among them was one entity so ancient, so foundational, that her power commanded the awe of all creation. She is the absence of light, the resting place of all things, and the deepest mystery of the cosmos. Her name is Nyx. She is the night, the one goddess whom even Zeus, king of the gods, feared to displease. Today, we draw the veil back on the shadowy figure who is less a goddess and more the very fabric of existence. To understand Nyx, we must reach back to the very first moment. According to Hesiod's Theogony, the standard Greek account of creation, the world began with chaos, the yawning, formless chasm. From this void arose the fundamental building blocks of the universe. Nyx was Chaos's daughter, sister to the other great primordial forces, Gaia, the broad-breasted earth, Tartarus, the deep abyss below the world, and Erebus, the personification of primordial darkness and shadow. These beings were not simply gods of things, they were those things. Nyx wasn't the ruler of the night sky. She was the night sky, a swirling black-winged cloud stretching across the heavens. She is the ultimate primordial power, preceding both the Titans and the Olympians. The first major coupling in the cosmos was between the shadows, Nyx, the night, and her brother, Erebus, the darkness. Their union, however, did not produce more gloom. Instead, they bore the very concepts that would define the day: ether, the bright upper air, and hemera, the day. This partnership established the perpetual, essential rhythm of the world. At the western edge of the world, where the heavens meet the abyss, Nyx and Hemera dwell in the same subterranean palace in the realm of Tartarus. They are never seen together. As one departs, the other arrives in a ritualistic, eternal exchange. When day, Hemera, descends to the palace, she greets her mother, Night, at the great bronze threshold. Hemera steps inside to rest, and Nyx, wrapped in a dark mist, ascends to cast her veil over the world. When Nyx returns, Hemera rises, and day breaks. It is a perfect, ceaseless cycle of rest and renewal, showing that Nyx is not just an ending, but the very necessary pause before a new beginning. She is so primal, so fundamental to the cosmic order. Nyx is older, she is the mother of concepts, and she is a force of nature that cannot be undone. She is the ultimate sanctuary and the force that keeps the gods themselves in check. Nyx's second family is even more significant than her first. According to Hesiod, she bore a vast brood of children alone, without a consort. These children are the personifications of the dark, inevitable forces that govern mortal life, the things born and fostered under the cover of night. We begin with the most famous twins, whom she often carries in her arms: Hypnos, sleep, and Thanatos, death. Hypnos, the gentler of the two, brings oblivion and rest to men and gods, scattering poppy petals as he flies. His twin, Thanatos, is the inevitable end, the cold finality of death. They are the ultimate dualities, temporary relief versus permanent cessation. They lived side by side in the gloomy halls of Tartarus, a potent symbol that the deepest sleep and the final rest are eternally intertwined. Among her most powerful children are the daughters who hold sway over every destiny, divine or mortal, the three Morai, or fates. They are Clotho, who spins the thread of life, Lachesis, who measures its length, and Atropos, who cuts it short. The fact that the ultimate authority over time and life itself stems from Nyx shows her cosmological importance. She also birthed the Charis, female spirits of violent or cruel death and doom, who haunted battlefields and sought out those fated for a wretched demise. Nyx's children also embody the moral and social ills that plague mankind. They are the concepts that thrive when the sun's clear sight has been removed. Eris, strife or discord, whose actions famously sparked the Trojan War. Nemesis, retribution or indignation, the spirit of divine punishment against hubris. Geras, old age, the slow, relentless decay that affects all living things. Oasis, misery or pain. She is, effectively, the progenitor of all the harsh realities of the human condition. Nyx is the mother of the Oneiroi, the tribe of dreams. These winged spirits emerge from her dwelling and fly out to mortals through two gates, one of horn for prophetic, true dreams, and one of ivory for deceitful, false dreams. As the mother of these hidden messages, Nyx connects the dark reality of the underworld and the cosmic truth to the vulnerable, resting mind of man. She is the keeper of the unspoken, the unconscious, and the things that are only revealed when the light of day has been subdued. In ancient art, Nyx is often depicted as a majestic, fearsome, and beautiful entity. She is typically seen as winged or, like her luminous counterparts, driving a chariot pulled by black horses. She is always black-robed, accompanied by a dark, swirling mist that obscures the light of ether. The Romans knew her as Nox. Her most descriptive epithet is the one that captures the deep enigma of her nature, Asteromatos, or star-eyed, reminding us that even in the deepest blackness, Nyx's veil is filled with guiding, distant lights. While Hesiod paints Nyx as an ancient force, the esoteric Orphic mysteries elevate her to a role of supreme importance, making her the original ruling deity of the universe. In the Orphic Rhapsodies, the creation began with time and necessity, which produced the cosmic egg. From this egg hatched Phans, a creator god of light. Phans then handed the royal scepter to his daughter, Nyx, making her the second ruler of the gods, reigning before Uranus, Cronus, and Zeus. In this tradition, Nyx is the nurse of the gods and the ultimate source of knowledge. She is said to deliver prophecies to her successors, including Zeus himself, from a deep, sacred cave. This casts Nyx not merely as a bringer of darkness, but as the wellspring of wisdom, oracular power, and the hidden truth that only the dark can contain. Zeus is still the ultimate king, but even he must seek counsel from his primordial predecessor. Despite her immense power and her place at the foundation of the cosmos, Nyx had almost no major temples or cult centers. This is the great paradox of the goddess. Why? Perhaps a force so universal, so pervasive as night itself, did not need a dedicated shrine. She was everywhere, every night. Moreover, mortals may have been reluctant to call upon a goddess whose closest children were death, doom, strife, and pain. Instead of a cult, she was invoked, particularly by magicians and witches, who knew the power that the covering of night afforded their rituals. Finally, we see her influence in the realm of vengeance. While the Uranes, Furies, are famously said to have sprung from the blood of the castrated Uranus, the tragedian Aeschylus names their mother as Nyx. This alternative lineage is highly symbolic. If the Furies are born of Nyx, they are born of darkness and the underworld, not of violence alone. This strengthens their identity as chthonic, inescapable forces of vengeance and cosmic justice that hunt their prey under the cloak of night. Nyx's mythology resonates powerfully in a modern context. She is the ancient mirror to the human unconscious. The night is the time when the conscious mind steps aside, allowing the true work, the processing, the dreaming, and the healing to take place in the shadow of the psyche. She personifies the truth that the dark is not simply empty or evil. It is a space of potential where energy is reformed and the things that are hidden, our fears, our deepest desires, and our forgotten truths, can finally surface. Think again of her daily exchange with Hemera. Nyx is the ultimate act of release. To survive, the world needs the day to strive and create, but it must have the night to stop, surrender, and integrate. Nyx compels this surrender. Her power is the cosmic law of rest, ensuring that the bright things do not burn out. Today, Nyx is honored in modern mystical practices as a dark mother goddess. She is the patroness of deep meditation, hidden wisdom, and psychic power. Invoking her is an act of acknowledging the necessary mysteries of life, embracing the unknown, and finding comfort in the shelter of the dark. Her symbols remain the dark mists, the wings of her passage, and any stone that absorbs light, such as the moonstone or obsidian. Nyx, the daughter of chaos, remains one of the most powerful and enigmatic figures in all of Greek mythology. She is the mother of the fates, the progenitor of sleep and death, and the eternal force that keeps even the greatest gods humble. She is the silence into which all sound fades, the stillness that follows the struggle, and the ultimate, inescapable power from which the entire cycle of existence flows. She is the comforting blackness, the veiled keeper of prophecy, and the beginning of all things. She is the endless silence. She is night. She is Nyx.